I find a lot of great gyms in sort of hard places. I'm just trying to imagine how many 3,000 square foot gyms there are that have jammed the place with bodybuilding equipment, you know? There's no mistaking that this is not a CrossFit gym. I'm Big Ron Partlow, and this is Mutant on a Mission. Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, the prairies of Canada. It's about minus 20 Celsius, so it's pretty fresh. We got a buzz-only gym. Morgan,
Ron,
what's going on,
man?
Thanks,
Welcome
man.
to Maxx Out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, come on in. Thanks for coming.
Boom. I like it already. You crammed it all in, eh?
Yeah, it was equipment Tetris. Crammed in as many pieces into the smallest place possible as we could fit.
So it's kind of funny that we're back here because we shot at Ironworks Gym last year with you, episode 1 of the season.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
Your gym kind of ruined gyms for me here in the city, man. There was gyms here that had bits and pieces of everything that, you know, a guy would need or wanted, but there just wasn't everything under one roof.
That you wanted.
That I wanted
Yeah.
for myself, specifically to build a pro level physique in. Playing your own music, grunting as loud as you want.
There's nothing like playing your own music.
Using chalk, whatever you want.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So then, I mean, you've got all the hammer strength stuff. It's mainly all hammer strength equipment in here. With a splash of Atlantis, yeah.
All the equipment you have came out of 2 really great gyms. Didn't I call you up and say, hey, aren't you looking for a bunch of hammer?
I think I might have asked you when I saw that you guys were releasing on your West Coast page. And I'm like, hey, I kind of recognize that yellow hammer MTS stuff that you're getting. Where'd all the plate load go? And you're like, I'll put you in touch with them.
Yeah.
And then it kind of steamrolled. It was a conversation supposed to be 5 to 10 pieces of plate loaded hammer. And
you wound up
the next
buying
thing you
what?
know, it was 40 pieces of equipment and 2 full semis coming down. And then shortly after that, the gym that I was actually training at in town here decided that they were going to close out. So it worked out perfectly that I could kind of finalize with the rest of our equipment.
Well, I want to start right here because this is the middle of the room and you've got this Atlantis 8 stack in here. This is an awesome piece. These are like over 20 grand new if you get the fully loaded one.
Yeah,
and it's
heavy
in great
duty.
shape.
It's got the big 300-pound stacks on it. It's in awesome shape. Everything works like it's brand new. They made sure to take the time to lube all the rails and everything. So
yeah, it's in great shape. So I try not to say it every episode, but you know how it is with leg areas. Like a gym is sort of as good as its leg area.
Yeah.
And you only have 3,000 square feet in here. Most gyms that had 3,000 square feet would probably go with the 1-1-1 idea.
Yeah.
Right? Like a curl, an extension and a press, and that'd probably be it. And a rack.
Yeah.
Right. But you've got a little bit more of an elaborate leg section here. So hammer leg curl, you use this all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
And then you got an Atlantis line.
Atlantis line curl. We have an Atlantis single leg over there as well.
This is a good leg section. You got an Atlantis hack squat, and you hunted that Cybex leg press.
Yeah, that Cybex leg press I was hunting for quite a while. I was watching online for it here in Canada, and it never really came available. It's a hard press to find, so I actually ended up sourcing it from North Carolina, the Super Fitness gym equipment.
So Cam's actually a client of mine. I've been helping him for a while, and he's here training right now, and he's gonna smoke a set of leg press. Come on. Come on.
Let's go, Cam.
Nice.
Good.
Strong.
Good.
Come on,
man.
Quality reps. Robot reps, one after the other.
Cam.
One after the other. Yep.
Stay in it, man.
Yep. Drive. Come on, big power.
Cam.
Every rep. Smoke it. Boom. Yep. Oh yeah.
Let's go, buddy.
These are the ones. Now you're into it.
Come on.
Now you're into it. Now you're into it. These are all yours.
Let's go,
No
Cam.
fucking stop. Yep. You're into it now. Come on. You got a few more.
Come on, buddy.
You got a few more.
Let's go, Cam.
Up.
Come on.
Yep. Let's roll out 2. Let's roll out 2. Drive. You got another.
Come on, Cam.
Come on. Drive. Yes, sir. Good set, buddy. Okay. So I noticed you got some pictures up. I know you just opened, but you already went through the trouble of putting up some classics.
That one was really important to put up, being as, you know, Franco just passed in the last year there.
Yeah.
He's always actually been kind of one of like the guys that I looked up to.
No, it's a great shot to have up.
It's an iconic one.
Every shot you have is like a really good picture. One of the things that I love about your gym is that everything's tight together. And what happens is everyone winds up kind of training elbow to elbow a little bit.
You're pretty in close with the guys here,
Yeah,
for sure.
and-
So you get to know everybody pretty well, right?
Yeah, and you just kind of, you know, everyone winds up spotting each other. I can already tell, like, that's kind of the feel of the gym already. There's a bunch of people in here training, so.
Definitely like what we wanted to create with the
Yeah.
gym, and that's definitely what we hear back from our members and from people is just, you know, being that in tight with everybody.
Yeah.
Kind of just creates that more of like a brotherhood and a bond, right?
Yeah.
This is my training partner, Travis Smith. He's a competitive bodybuilder here in Saskatoon. Me and this guy have been hammering away on the workouts and pushing each other through hell over the last 3 months. Yeah, everyone in the gym will like stop their workout if someone's got like something really impressive going on, you know, and they'll come over and start yelling. I'm like, let's go, fucker.
So you don't have a member cap, but you definitely want to make sure that you keep the atmosphere the way it is.
Yeah, we're not trying to jam as many members in here as possible like a corpo gym
Right,
would, right?
right.
We realize we don't have a massive facility, right? So
Yeah.
we have to keep the member list kind of down. So we have an application process. It kind of just gets a little bit information about the people, sets up a time for a meet and greet for the gym. It's not really as invasive as people think it is, because it is a hardcore gym.
You want them to make sure they understand what they're
What they're
joining
getting
to,
into,
right?
for
Yeah. So some of the equipment that I helped Morgan get was pretty much all the yellow stuff and all the hammer stuff. First of all, this Cybex squat press here, he's got custom horns on it, so it holds 18 plates. So he had extra long horns made. So that's like a key piece for a bodybuilding gym. And then the hammer stuff. We got the V squat, we got the leg curl, we got the seated leg curl, one of my favorites. The DY row, my favorite row of all time. The ISO pull down, which is my favorite pull down they do. The high row, which every gym needs. The behind the neck pull down, the pull over, the dip press double piece, which is awesome. The hammer shoulder press, which every gym has to have, the flat press, and then of course the hammer incline, which is a total staple. Then he's got the hammer preacher curl right here, the hammer side lateral shoulder machine, and then the hammer seated calf raise. One of my favorite things, you know, being a gym owner myself and knowing the trials and tribulations of cardio, that it's a huge expense.
Oh, it's ridiculous. The upkeep on it.
The upkeep is high.
crazy.
If you're not on warranty, it can be a lot. You have a beautiful cardio section. It's 2 treadmills, an arc trainer, 2 steppers, 2 spin bikes. I love it.
We kept it pretty basic. We didn't need too much.
No.
To be honest, like, that's just more room for hammer strength equipment. You know what I mean? So
we've had a look around. Everyone in here is training hard, so I'm ready to slam one out. I know Morgan and I
ready to get after it.
ready to get after it.
Yeah.
He's still in the process of trying to get eternally huge, so let's have a workout, buddy.
Let's do it,
It'll be
man.
good to go
Yeah,
again.
for sure. It's been
Hey,
a while.
you bet. I don't use this flat hammer very often at all. It's been a long time, so I'm really excited to see what happens. Morgan trains very progressive resistance style. We're just gonna use the weights to prepare and rehearse for the main set. The thing I like about starting with a hammer machine, especially after all these years of training, is I can just sort of blindly drive without having to, you know, I'm not thinking about stability or anything like that.
That's one of the main reasons that we have so much hammer in here, is because I'm a huge fan of it. And even if you have some nicks or some nags, a couple injuries or whatnot, you can really still train around them in a progressive form with all the hammer stuff.
All the hammer stuff, yeah.
You can really load it up and go and still keep with good form, and
yeah,
you know, it's really safe, protected equipment.
Some people think of progressive overload training and they just think of like super heavy weights.
The heavy weights mean nothing if the form isn't there.
It's also enjoyable for me to see guys like you are now stronger than me.
We trained together 6 years ago and that wasn't the case whatsoever, right? Proof is in the pudding.
And then we did the incline dumbbell presses, which were always a staple of mine. I like doing my dumbbell stuff, you know, at least second now.
Yeah.
You know, so just trying to maintain a certain level of strength on those.
And being safer too, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be a heavy work set still, so put it second while you're already warmed up. And
yeah. And then something I never do is do chest and shoulders together. You know, I've done it a couple times. I did it once for the show last season. But when you go to the press after chest, it's
pretty humbling.
Well, when you're not used to it, it's different. So that was good. We worked hard on that. And then we just did the one fly movement with the prime handles.
was good. 2 sets there, just
Yeah.
same weight, both sets, straight sets.
Yeah, straight
Couple
sets.
force reps at the end.
So I'll give a shout out to friends of the show at Prime Fitness. We're using the Prime Fitness rotate handle. It's pretty cool for crossovers. There's a lot of kind of stability involved. Makes it tougher. And then we finish with the side delt raises with the cables, the old Joe Bennett special.
Yeah, the hypertrophy, the illicit hypertrophy gains.
You got to give the hypertrophy coach credit. He sort of started it. That's who I saw do it
That's
first.
who I saw do it first. No, it's a great exercise, man.
Yeah, yeah. So plus, the most important thing now at this point in my life is I need at least one exercise where I look good, right? I can't just train. I have to make sure there's at least
that blows it up.
one thing that they can get a good camera shot at. I even put tanning cream on for you, buddy.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
One of us had to be tanned, and it wasn't going to be me, dude.
Yeah, good.
Well, most gym owners do not look like this. Let's see the back. Yeah, man, you're in good shape off season. Back's all in. Even got some stuff going on in the lats and traps. You don't get a full pose down, but I'll show them the abs.
Work, you know?
So, stay in shape, buddy. If you're in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, come and check out Maxx Out Muscle. You're gonna have to send them a message or something. One more time, thanks, buddy.
Again, Ron, I appreciate it.
You bet. This Mutant on a Mission, season 6. Great way to get started. We got a lot in store for the rest of the season, some big trips. I'm excited. So thanks very much for tuning in. I'm out.